I'm on dinner duty tonight, so let's cook up. G'day guys, Beer Healer here, and welcome back to my kitchen for what I think is the first of my Cooking with the Beer Healer videos. You know, I'm always on the lookout for new and interesting ideas to share with you guys around craft beer, and one of my major loves about craft beer is the way that it pairs so beautifully with food. So the other day when I got an email from a bloke called Patrick from a site called E-Replacement Parts suggesting that I maybe should do a video around beer can chicken, I thought, what a bloody great idea. So I went and checked out his site. You can see the link on the bottom here, and I had a look at their helpful infographics on how to prepare a beer can chicken, which led me to go and look at a few other different sites, and then, as usual, come up with my own idea of how I might want to do it for myself. So here we are, getting this chicken ready to rock and roll. Now, you know, back in the day when the Beer Healer was on the dating scene looking for Mrs. Beer Healer, I like to do the right thing by the ladies, or the birds in this case, and you can't just go, you know, getting it on with the bird and getting it ready to grill or whatever without doing the right thing by them. So, thanks to my mate Barry White for a bit of mood music here. And ladies, they love to be pampered before you take them out on a date, so they always love to get themselves with a little bit of perfume going on. And then they love to look their best, and they love to be decorated. So we'll decorate this bird here. And then of course, before going on a date, you've got to have a little bit of lubrication, get a nice drink into them. In this case, this is a bit of a garlic drink. So, you know, I do joke there, but seriously, getting this bird ready to be grilled is a few little steps that we've just got to go through very quickly before you get to the stage of effectively shoving a beer can up its jacksie. So what have I done here? A bit of rice bran oil spray just to allow the butt rub here to stick. If you haven't heard of butt rub, it's effectively a mixed spice that you get out of the States. They use it in everything, you know, around their grilling of ribs and steaks and chickens. And I was lucky enough that my brother-in-law used to go to the States quite often, so he'd always be bringing back different butt rubs. So we love using this in our house, and if you can find some, check it out because it's absolutely awesome. And then last of all, the social lubrication, the bit of the drink for the chicken here is just a bit of a marinade, and I picked up this marinade syringe here today at Bunnings for about $10, and it just allows you to inject this marinade in under the chicken skin into the flesh to allow it to hopefully become a little bit moist. It's something I've not tried before, but I'm giving it a crack today, and I made a bit of a marinade of some butter, some chicken stock, some garlic, some salt and some pepper, and a bit of lemon to see how that goes. If you're interested in that recipe there, give me a shout out, and I'll put the ingredients in the comments there for you. So that's how I sort of was preparing the chicken. Then of course you've got to get to the can, the all important can, and for me, I've chosen the Brooklyn Lager, a Vienna Lager out of the States. Just for me, just a really nice mix of a beer, nothing too extreme, nothing too bitter, nothing too malty, which I thought might go well with this chicken. But for me, that's what this video is all about, is what beer should we use when creating beer can chicken. Like, I'd love to hear your suggestions if you've done one before, or you think you've got a great idea. Let me know in the comments, because I don't know, does the beer really make that much of a difference? I mean, if I use an IPA, would it impart some bitterness into the chicken? Or if I use a stout, would you get some roastiness? Or maybe a session ale with its beautiful citrusy flavours, would that flow through on into the chicken? I don't know. I've also heard some guys, when I read about this stuff, saying that they put their lemon and herbs into the beer before they roast the chicken to try and get some of those flavours coming through, but I didn't hear anything back about whether it was successful or not, so maybe you guys have had some success with that. I'm not sure. I wonder whether the beer can is really just about the steam and imparting some moisture into the chicken to perhaps make it succulent. I don't really know. But anyway, we're going to leave this bird for about an hour or so just to allow that marinade to soak into the chicken, and then we'll fire up the Weber and we'll start grilling. So now it's time for the all-important grilling of the chicken. We've got our Weber here preheated to about 210 degrees Celsius. We've got our beautifully marinated chicken ready to rock and roll. And we've got our beer can. Now this beer can's about half full of room temperature beer. You don't want it too full or too cold, because it just makes it too difficult for the barbecue to get that beer up to temperature to create steam and impart those flavours and the moistness into the chicken. So now let's put this beer can inside this chicken here. So I tried this a couple of times off camera to make sure I didn't get it wrong. Just basically slip it over the top, and then you're ready to go, and we can get this beer can and this chicken onto the grill. Alright, so now we just pick this chicken up and we sit it onto the grill, just like that. Now, you might have seen there was another pan just sitting next to the chicken, because I want to create some great garlic and rosemary potatoes to eat with this chicken. It's going to be absolutely sensational. So let's pull the lid down, set this chicken cooking. Well, just over 60 minutes has gone by and this chicken is looking absolutely sensational. And just quietly, so do those garlic and rosemary potatoes, let me tell you. And the smell is just amazing. I've got the probe in the chicken, so I'll just do a quick temperature assessment of it just to make sure it's spot on, because no one likes to eat raw chicken. And then we'll carve her up and serve. Well, there you go, guys. We are all served up and ready to eat a family dinner tonight. And I reckon this chicken looks sensational, as do those potatoes. This just smells so good. Those butter and garlic and whatever I injected into that chicken, I can really smell those aromas. It smells fantastic. So many thanks to Patrick for giving me the suggestion to do the beer can chicken. If you've got anything else out there about beer and food you want me to have a look at, please shoot me a message or leave a comment below. But until we talk again in the Beer Healer shed or the kitchen or wherever, cheers to great beers.